back or anytime, I don't really worry about their head moving back and forth, because it's like me. If I'm standing there and somebody makes a sound over here, I'm going to look. I don't expect my horse to do any less or any more than what I would do, but I don't want her to move her feet. And she wanted to know, how do I teach her not to move her feet? Well, every time she does move her feet, when I don't ask her to, I ask her to do something that she knows to do. Like if I ask for her head. She knows to do that. So I get her mind off of her feet and onto her head. Did you see how she gave it to me? Now, she was, in her mind, she's thinking, what does he want me to do? Now, I can pull her head around, but I haven't taught her anything. I haven't taught her anything. I mean, I can pull her head around, but if I ask, she learned. And some people say watching me train horses is like watching paint dry, because it really is. I mean, I reward the slightest effort, and from doing things like this, you can get some pretty cool things out of these horses. You almost didn't make it. And then, someone said, "Well, why do you want a horse to get up on a big box like this?" Well, it's pretty cool. Plus I'm an old man. When I get ready to trim her feet, it's so much easier for me to trim them up here than it is to bend over. I want you to step off slow. Pretty slow. And one more thing, she's not been doing this real well, but we're going to see if we can get on this little small. We're going to ask her to step over this little small. She did a really good job. She tried. That's all I wanted her to do is try. Okay, that's good.
How often do you start a new one?
How often do I start a new one? Well, I've been pretty busy, and I really don't do an awful lot. I have a very distinct honor. I serve as chairman of the National Wild Horse Advisory Board, and so I've been gone an awful lot with that. But this year I have trained 10 county horses, and I found home for all 8 of them, and the 2 that we have. Okay, she's not wearing a bridle. That's a halter.
Okay. Bridle.
Actually, and it's one of those things. I ride all my horses in this, in a rope collar. If I can't control her in a rope collar, I don't be on the back. Now, if I'm got one of my other horses that I'm doing cattle work in a pen or something, I will put a snaffle bit in, because I can be a little bit more exacting on my cues. But if I'm out trail riding or just out checking cattle, I can do just as much with this rope halter as I can with anything else. And it goes to the point to where, I like to be as light as I can. And it isn't the fact that putting a bit in her mouth. I can. That ain't no big deal, and I can ride okay with it. But it goes back to I had a friend one time that was an old horse trainer that helped me when I was young. And I had this horse, and I was young, like I told that young man over there, it wasn't paying any attention to me with that bit. So I called him up and I said, "Cam, tell me this." I said, "I got this horse that I can't control. What kind of bit do you think I need to use?" And he didn't hesitate. He told me exactly. He said, "You need to use a bit more time." And so I think a lot of folks want to cheat the experience. And the thing is, this horse's willingness to do what I ask means a whole lot more to me than me making her do what I want. Because the minute I make her do and I quit applying that pressure, she's going to revert back to the way she was prior to that. But if she does it because she's willing, that's never going to go away.
So if somebody adopted this horse, they should respond the same way if they were dealing with her?
She should. All my other horses have that I've ridden. How long was it before I was on her back? That's usually the very last thing I do. And even after six 6 weeks, I knew I'd be up here, and I knew that question was going to be asked. So
So you want to hear?
Yeah. Let me share one more thing with you, then I'm going to hand you over to my good friend Kent so you can have some of that, whatever that was that sounded so good.
Frito pie. Chili Frito pie.
Chili pepper Frito pie. That sounds really good. But someone asked me, who do I pattern myself after when I train? Is it somebody like a Craig Cameron or a Pat Pirelli or one of those guys? And I know both those guys really well. And I did work with a man by the name of Ray Hunt for quite a while, and he helped me out a lot. But the person I try to pattern myself after in all my approaches to these horses is someone that I think is the world's best horse trainer. There's never been one any greater than him. You can read about him in the book of Matthew. It says in there that he rode a colt that no man had rode before. Not only did he ride that colt, but he rode it through downtown Jerusalem with people swinging palm fronds and screaming at the top of their voice. Now, I don't know about you all, but I consider myself a pretty fair horse trainer, and I don't think I could do that. So I try to pattern my relationship with my horse the same way I have one with that great horse trainer. That love, that compassion, that understanding, that patience. That's wearing pretty thin right now. but that's with my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I'm very happy to work at Silver Dollar City.